Every SAF day, it's a good time to have a recap of where we are in the SAF and what we want to do looking forward. This year, it's a good opportunity to take stock of where we are with regard to the third generation SAF. We set in motion this transformation to the third generation SAF in 2004. So it's about 5 years now. And we now have the key building blocks of this third generation SAF in place. There are still many things to do, a lot of work to be done, but the key building blocks are in place, and you can now see the shape of this third generation SAF. And what does this third generation SAF consist of? Firstly, it's a modernized network force. It's capable of carrying out a wider spectrum of operations, and it's manned by capable and committed people. So I would say these are the three elements of the third generation SAF that you can see today. Modernized network force, capable of a wider spectrum of operations, and with capable and committed people. Let me talk about each of these three briefly, then we can take some questions. So a modernized network SAF, what do we see in place today? We have been modernizing our forces, upgrading them, replacing them where appropriate. So you can see that for some of our systems, like the E2Cs, which have been in operation for 20 years, we have brought in our first G550 AEW aircraft over the last year. We've got UAVs as well, modernized them, like the Hermes 450. For the Navy, you can see a number of developments. We retired our MGBs and we commissioned our last two of the 6 frigates this year. We're also bringing in the helicopters for the frigates. We are in the process, we retired all our A4s and we are replacing them. The first of our F-15 SGs has come in. 6 of them are now in Mountain Home Air Force Base in the US. Our people are training with them. So when we retire about 70 of our A4s, we are replacing them with not even half that number of F-15 SGs, because they're much more capable aircraft and they can operate in a much more networked way. Today we are inaugurating the 48 SAR with the Leopard 2A4 tanks, and they will be replacing the SM-1s. Again, we are retiring many SM-1s, but the numbers of Leopard 2A4s that will be replacing them will not be as many. So we've got a judicious mix of new equipment where we need it, like the F-15s. We have upgraded equipment and even upgraded second-hand equipment, like the Leopard 2A4 or the recently launched submarine RSS Archer. Very capable pieces of equipment, modernized, upgraded. What is the difference between this replacement of equipment and the equipment that we had before? Let me give you an example. When we bought the E2Cs and our first UAVs, basically our objective was just to allow our soldiers, our fighter pilots, to see beyond the next hill. But now with network capability, the UAVs, the G550, our aircraft, our tanks, our ships, armored vehicles, they all exist on the same network. They're all able to interchange information with each other, and they're able to contribute to and call upon the total capability of the SAF. So that's what makes the difference between this modern network SAF and the whole SAF. The key elements are in place, and they're supported by a very capable defense science and engineering ecosystem, both within the MINDEF and the SAF, and also in our industry. The effort to put this together is not just buying individual pieces of equipment, but also exercising and training them. So last year, for example, the exercise Wallaby in Australia, I had the opportunity to see for myself our armored forces, including the Leopard 2s, work together with UAVs, with artillery systems, with Apache helicopters, F-16s, all tied together as a cohesive package.